You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. Dozens of people died on our roadways in just the past month. And now police are taking a new approach to help keep pedestrians and cyclists safe. Sherry Einhorn has more.
Death on Long Island roadways. At least 30 motor vehicle-related fatalities have been reported in August alone in Nassau and Suffolk counties, according to information from local police. So many lives lost in cars, on bikes, and on foot.
You're always at risk.
Patchogue's Steve Dell says he and his wife bike a few times a week, always wearing bright colors, but still scared.
We had a friend of ours get killed on a Sunday, early morning, jogging on the main road. So, we're, a little afraid of that.
According to the Institute of Traffic Safety and Management Research, there were 21 pedestrian fatalities and 1 cycling death in Nassau in 2022. The numbers in Suffolk are 52 pedestrian deaths and 8 cycling fatalities.
And behind each of those numbers is a family mourning the loss of a loved one.
Suffolk police are now warning drivers, pedestrians, and bikers that they all have a responsibility when it comes to safety on the roadways.
It's not just one layer of making sure that we're protecting people. It's working on the drivers, it's working on the pedestrians, and a host of other things, be it traffic engineering, just to make sure we keep people safe.
Dorothy Whalen has 8 grandchildren and says she's always worried about their safety when they're bike riding. She came down to Patchogue after hearing that police were handing out reflective vests and stickers.
I always want them to stay on the sidewalks now, but they don't always listen, but she usually rides with her mom, right? Yeah, not always. Well, there you go. When she's by herself, she needs protection.
In Patchogue, I'm Sherry Einhorn for Newsday TV.
Police officers from several precincts were called in to break up a fight at a wedding. It happened yesterday at the Flowerfield Catering Hall in St. James. Police say an uninvited guest showed up and triggered the brawl.
2 people were arrested at the scene, one for harassment and obstructing governmental administration for shoving one of our officers. The other gentleman was arrested for assault too. He punched one of our officers in the face and bit him on the arm.
There were about 130 guests at the wedding, mind you. It took officers about 40 minutes to get the situation under control. And the body of a 37-year-old woman was found near a jetty in Long Beach. At this point, police are not releasing her name, and cops responded to a call in the Lincoln Beach area for a body in the water this morning, and detectives right now are investigating. Congressman George Santos may be working on a plea deal. Court documents show Santos is having discussions with prosecutors about possible paths forward. Prosecutors and the defense also asked to push back Santos' court appearance that was scheduled for Thursday. The judge approved the delay, mind you. Santos has pleaded not guilty to money laundering, wire fraud, and making false statements to the House of Representatives. And small businesses in Suffolk County could be getting a boost. A $25 million grant will be available to support growth of downtowns.
Our main streets, our downtowns are critical to the long-term success of our region, and the county's economic development plan, Connect Long Island, is centered around that fact.
The county executive says this grant can help businesses stay culturally significant. The money is supposed to promote activities that take place in Suffolk's downtowns, along with arts and cultural institutions. And students in Franklin Square are getting a new addition to their classroom this year, a robot named Milo. Steve Langford has the story.
At John Street School in Franklin Square, there's a new kid in 3rd grade.
Hi, I'm Milo. It's great to meet you.
The students have just met Milo the robot for the first time.
Let me show you some fun things I can't do.
How about a dance party, Milo suggests. Milo is being introduced to this class of students with autism and other learning challenges in order to help enhance their interactions with others.
Social emotional development is so important, and our students wanted to go to another level in terms of the ability to obtain and maintain really good quality relationships.
I cannot, yes.
Educators here hope Milo can help and amuse.
It was really nice to see like their smiling faces and being so receptive to having him here.
I can even whistle.
Milo is named after a legendary Greek athlete from ancient times.
I really like baseball. Let me show you my moves.
It warmed my heart. I mean, you walk in and you just see the expression on our kids' faces, how excited they were.
The school says Milo offers an array of guidance aimed at helping the students prepare for the world.
We collect data from our students with Milo, so we're able to look at the data to see how our students are developing, to see if it's improving on their social emotional development, to see if they're engaging more.
See you later, alligator.
Milo, a popular newcomer at John Street School from day one. Steve Langford for NewsdayTV.
Even though the new school year is starting, summer is still on, and many state and town beaches are going to stay open until mid-September. Want to find out if your local beach is staying open later? Well, head over to Newsday.com. All right, let's take a look at your Long Island weather, and it's going to be a hot one tomorrow. Check it out. 90 degrees and sunny. Tonight we have partly cloudy skies with temps in the 70s, but tomorrow, man, look at this. 81, we're going up to 90 around 3 o'clock. Sun all day long.
Long Island weather is brought to you by the Canine Center.
It's recently becoming a rivalry, tennis versus pickleball. We spoke to people at the U.S. Open about which sport is better. Steve Langford has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
At the U.S. Open, one of the grandest stages in all of tennis. What would happen if we stopped people to ask them about, pickleball?
I've heard of pickleball. I've not played pickleball, but do I need to be playing pickleball?
Well, according to pickleball enthusiasts, you just have to take up this game that suddenly seems to be all the rage.
I've taken one lesson and I might start up again in the fall.
Pickleball is not just sweeping America, it's going global.
Le pickleball? Oui, pas du tout.
This young man from Paris has never heard of pickleball, but his mother, she's hip to it.
On commence à le jouer en France, on commence, mais on voudrait le développer.
Nadine Mariot just happens to be the president of a local tennis committee in the Paris region.
Non, je n'ai pas encore joué, mais c'est vrai qu'on veut le développer en France. Absolument.
But this tennis fan from Argentina says pickleball is not yet much of a thing there.
I prefer to play tennis because, I don't know, it's the kind of points, it's more aggressive, I think.
Tennis purists may think the upstart game with a plastic ball is a bit of a racket, but there's clearly something about the new smash hit with the whimsical name. Steve Langford for NewsdayTV.
And I'm here to tell you it's okay to like both. I like both. Now, to read more about pickleball, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. There are pockets of historic homes hidden in Nassau County, so we sent Rachel Weiss out to check out one of them. The story you'll see only in Newsday.
Welcome to Freeport. Developed in 1905, this neighborhood is made up of grand and historic homes all tucked away. But there's one house in particular with the most stories to tell.
This house was built in 1907 by Hugo Stearns, who also lived here for a time. He developed the neighborhood that we're in today, called Stearns Park.
Legend is he won it in a card game.
But it's not true. I don't think so.
I love it.
He bought it.
It's true.
Jean and Carolyn Hecht have been living in this house since 1975. They've adorned it with antiques and art, but it wasn't always the gem that it is today.
Every ceiling needed to be redone. You know, it was just cracks everywhere. The ceiling in the master bathroom was actually hanging, falling.
Everything was in atrocious condition.
But the couple wanted to preserve as much originality as they could. For instance, this bathroom looks the same as it did when they first moved in.
We tried as hard as we could to bring it back to the condition that it was in when Hugo Stearns lived here.
In fact, some of the stained glass had been boarded up. And when we asked the sellers why did they board it up, they said it was too old-fashioned. They wanted to modernize. So they hid this stained glass. Well, of course, one of the first things we did was take those boards down.
But what's really kept the Hex in this community for 48 years?
The epitome of diversity, both race, religion, economics. It's very nice because you can feel the blend. Everyone, without an exception, smiles and says hello as we walk the streets. It's a caretaking community. Thank you, dear.
Rachel Weiss for Newsday
I love that stained glass. To read more about the hidden homes on Long Island, go to Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
I bring to light issues that are happening in schools, in police departments that matter to Long Island that they didn't know about. This is a story about an issue that they needed to know the answers to.
Newsday, covering Long Island like no one else can.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us. We leave you now with a look at your 7-day forecast.